Welcome back to The White Gold. This is episode 7, and today we're exploring the complex relationship between pornography consumption and serotonin, often called your happiness hormone, but more accurately described as your stability neurotransmitter. Serotonin deserves your attention. While dopamine drives your pursuit of pleasure, serotonin provides something more sustainable, a sense of contentment, emotional balance, and well-being. It regulates mood, appetite, sleep, memory, and even social behavior. When your serotonin system functions properly, you experience emotional resilience, consistent mood, healthy sleep patterns, natural appetite regulation, social confidence, a general sense that life is manageable and worthwhile. But what happens to this crucial neurotransmitter when you regularly consume pornography? Unlike dopamine, which spikes dramatically during pornography use, serotonin's relationship with porn is more complex and ultimately more destructive. Research from Johns Hopkins University has demonstrated that pornography creates a serotonin rollercoaster, characterized by unstable fluctuations rather than a single direction of change. When you first encounter pornographic content, you experience a modest serotonin increase, part of your brain's natural response to any novel sexual stimulus. But this is short-lived. As the dopamine system becomes overwhelmingly activated, it begins to suppress serotonin production through a process neurologists call neurotransmitter trading. Your brain quite literally trades serotonin stability for dopamine intensity. Within hours after pornography use, serotonin levels typically fall 20–30% below baseline. This drop manifests as the familiar post-porn blues, that subtle but unmistakable feeling of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and even mild depression that follows the temporary high. With repeated exposure, your serotonergic system, the entire network of neurons that produce and process serotonin, begins to destabilize. Your brain becomes less efficient at both producing serotonin and maintaining consistent levels throughout the day. The consequences extend far beyond mood. First, your sleep architecture deteriorates. Serotonin is a precursor to melatonin, your primary sleep hormone. Disrupted serotonin means disrupted sleep, particularly during REM and deep sleep phases, which are essential for cognitive and emotional restoration. Second, your appetite regulation suffers. Many porn users report unusual food cravings, particularly for high-carbohydrate foods. This isn't random. It's your brain attempting to boost serotonin through dietary means, as carbohydrates temporarily increase serotonin production. Third, and perhaps most concerning, is the impact on your social connection capacity. Serotonin plays a crucial role in pro-social behavior and empathy. As your serotonin system destabilizes, so does your ability to form and maintain meaningful relationships, creating a dangerous cycle where pornography becomes a substitute for human connection. A groundbreaking 2022 study from the University of Cambridge used functional MRI to observe real-time changes in the brains of men during and after pornography consumption. They found that frequent porn users showed remarkably similar serotonin disruption patterns to those diagnosed with mood disorders like depression and anxiety. The most alarming finding was that these serotonin fluctuations became more extreme and took longer to normalize with continued pornography use. What began as hours of dysregulation eventually stretched into days, a sign that the brain's self-regulatory mechanisms were breaking down. This explains why many long-term pornography users report persistently flat emotional states, described as emotional numbness or living in grayscale, classic signs of serotonin dysregulation. But there is hope. Your brain's serotonergic system possesses remarkable regenerative capacity, When you eliminate pornography, your serotonin system gradually recalibrates. The timeline varies based on usage history, but most men report noticing improvements within 3 to 4 weeks, with substantial recovery by the 90-day mark. To support your serotonin recovery, embrace natural sunlight, especially in the morning. Sunlight is a powerful serotonin stimulator, helping reset your circadian rhythm. Regular physical activity, particularly steady-state cardiovascular exercise like jogging, swimming, or cycling, boosts serotonin production through multiple pathways. Mindfulness practices and meditation have been shown to balance serotonin production and improve receptor sensitivity. Connection with others, genuine human interaction, particularly positive social experiences, naturally elevates and stabilizes serotonin. Proper nutrition, foods rich in tryptophan, the precursor to serotonin, like turkey, salmon, eggs, spinach, and seeds, support natural production. Consistency in daily routines, particularly sleep schedules, helps normalize serotonin rhythm. The journey from serotonin instability to balance isn't always linear. Many men experience a period known as emotional flattening during recovery, where emotions seem muted or distant. This isn't a sign of damage, but of healing, your brain recalibrating its neurotransmitter systems. Beyond this temporary phase lies something invaluable: emotional authenticity. When your serotonin system functions properly, you don't just feel happy in the simplistic sense. You experience the full, rich spectrum of human emotion in appropriate contexts. Joy feels genuine. Sadness has depth, but doesn't overwhelm. Anxiety serves its purpose as a warning system rather than a constant companion. This emotional authenticity is what pornography ultimately steals, replacing it with artificial stimulation that leaves you neurochemically unbalanced. Remember, your brain wasn't designed for the hyperstimulation of digital pornography. It was designed for real connection, real achievement, and real meaning. Give it the chance to function as intended, and your serotonin system will reward you with something far more valuable than momentary pleasure, lasting well-being. Thank you for listening to episode 7 of The White Gold. Subscribe, share, and spread the truth. This is just the beginning.